Cartwright, we're really looking forward to it. We don't get many opportunities these days for dressing up and going out. Oh, no, Jimmy'll be quite all right on his own. We never got a babysitter for him ever since Miss Humphreys had her nervous breakdown. Right, then. We'll see you in the hotel about 7:45. Fine. Goodbye. Jimmy, what do you think you're playing at while I'm trying to talk on the phone?
I'm trying to catch him up. Hold still now. There he is.
Oh.
Got him. I think he's a bit groggy, though. I got him out of one of my football socks.
Hurry up and get him out of there.
Mom, seeing as how you're all going out to the dance tonight and leaving me on my own.
Oh, hark at Cinderella. You don't need to stop on your own. You could go round to your Auntie Mabel's.
Oh, you know I don't like going to my Auntie Mabel's. It's all seed cake and prickly sofas. I don't mind staying here, Mum, but I was wondering if I could have my friend round.
Well, I don't see why not, love. Do you mean Charlie Wainwright?
Oh, no, I've fallen out with him. Do you know what his dog did?
No.
He swallowed all my marbles.
Oh.
No, Mum, this is my new friend.
Oh, well, what's his name, love?
Alfred Grimshaw.
Oh, I don't think I know him.
No, he's new round here. I met him at school.
Oh, that's very nice. How old is he, love?
Oh, I don't know exactly. But he's a smashing bloke, Mum. And we like all the same things. I was wondering, if he could stay the night.
Well, I don't know about that, Jimmy. What would his parents say?
Oh, they wouldn't mind.
Well, if it's all right with them, it's all right with me.
Oh, thanks,
Oh, now
Mum.
do get from under my feet, love, and take that moth out of here.
Yes, Mum. Right, Mum. Can you push?
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Bert.
Look, would you mind giving these to your dad? He left them in the office.
Yeah, stick him under my arm.
Oh. Look, I can't stop him in a hurry.
I suppose you'll be going to meet Millie at the Royal Hotel.
No, I'll be studying prefabricated concrete sewers tonight at night school.
Oh.
Then have an early night. I'm not one for staying up till the wee small hours in the morning, I can tell you. Safer in bed. What's that?
A moth. Have you got one? Only, Janice is going to the dance tonight, you know.
Oh, I see.
And she told me Dad who put the jelly crystals in the goldfish bowl. So I'm going to stick this in her wardrobe and it'll chew little holes in her frock.
Won't it, John?
Hey, Bert!
Yeah?
Sit up!
Janice, love, I bought myself a new bow tie. Will you get it for me, pet? It's in my briefcase. Oh, dear. Well, all I can say is that I'm glad that that the Master Builder's annual dinner dance is only held once a year.
They'll have a job holding an annual dinner dance every week, wouldn't they?
That will do. That'll do. It's quite enough.
Radical,
It's quite enough to get out of this house in a state of sanity without a lot of complications from you.
Oh, Dad. You needn't have gone and brought me flying model aeroplane.
No, and you needn't have used my braces for the elastic.
Here's your briefcase, Dad.
Oh, thank you, darling. Yes.
And if you take my hair out again, I'll murder you.
I thought it was insect spray. And got a room full of sticky mosquitoes before I found out. Hey, turn round.
Why?
Oh, go on, turn round. Hey, you haven't got any holes in your frock.
Oh, of course I haven't. It's a new one.
Ooh, that moth could do with a set of false teeth.
Did you put a moth in my dress?
Yes, I did.
Oh, get it out. You're horrible.
No.
Oh,
Janice, will you be quiet? Will you be quiet, please? Be quiet. Now, listen. We are supposed to be going out this evening to enjoy ourselves. I don't want to start the evening in a bad temper.
Well, it's not fair. I can't fix my hair, and I look an absolute mess.
Oh, you always do anyway.
Janice. Now, listen, dear. Listen. Your mother has some lacquer. Please go and use that. And tell her that she never used to take 3 hours to get ready.
I heard that. Oh, George, what have you been doing?
know,
Aren't you
darling.
ready, love?
Is that all right?
Yes, that's all
Is
right.
it?
Very
Good.
nice.
Now then, Jimmy, you can stay up until television's over, then straight to bed. You understand?
Yes, Dad.
Right.
What time's your little pal coming, Jimmy?
Oh, any time now. I told him 7:30.
Right. Everyone ready, then?
Yes, I think so, darling, yes. Now then. Stop that thing. You might have knocked my glasses off. What a stupid boy. Oh, very nice, darling, yes. Hurry up now, come on.
Take care of yourself, love.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you want anything, ring Mrs. Hoskins.
Yeah, have a nice time.
Thank you very much, love.
Hello. Hello. Right, Alfie. You can come in now. They've gone.
Well, now. And it's a very great pleasure indeed to be visiting with my little friend Jimmy in his own home. Hey. Sure everybody's out?
Oh, yes.
That's good. I'm a bit shy, you know, about meeting strangers for the first time.
Oh, you're all right. You won't be back for a long time.
Oh, that's good.
Well, come on in and make yourself at home.
Oh, I will. Lead the way.
And so the French chef said to the German cook, well, as far as I'm concerned, a nerf is as good as a feast.
Well, I thought it was pretty good. Funny, yes. Oh, yeah, the ladies. Oh, my dear Mrs. Cartwright.
Good evening, Mrs. Clitheroe.
Oh, yes. Very nice. Very nice. Will you very charming. You're looking too. Sit down. All right.
There we are, then. You know, I was just telling George here how we very nearly didn't get here tonight.
I know Mrs. Cartwright's just been telling me. You had police all over the house. Whatever happened?
Well, you see, it was like this. About 6 o'clock this afternoon, I picked up Mrs. Cartwright from the beauty saloon. No, it must have been 6:30, because I remember now the manager was complaining about two of the girls having to do overtime. Well, we went straight home, you see, let ourselves in, and as soon as we got in, we noticed the place looked a bit untidy. So we had a good look round, and then we found out there was one or two things missing.
Oh, I should have been terrified. Whatever did you do? You phoned the police.
Oh, I got onto them right away, and they've been taking statements and fingerprints and photographs all over the place.
What did they actually take, Mr. Cartwright?
Oh, a very nice one of the front room.
I mean, what did the burglars take?
Oh, quite enough. About £300 worth. Only small things, you know, jewellery and money. Oh, and a rather pet cigarette later of Gilbert's. Oh.
Aye, and a real beauty it was, too. It was given to me as a token of appreciation by His Royal Highness, the Maharaja of Pornico. You see, he'd been having a bit of trouble with his wives.
Oh.
They'd been complaining they'd nowhere to shop. So, I built him a supermarket.
And do you know, insult on injury. They must have put all the things into Gilbert's new pigskin briefcase, which I had bought for him for his birthday and had his initials put on it.
Well, there you are. That's the way it goes, and it's gone now, and it can't be helped. But there's one good thing. It'll be a bit of free publicity. It'll be in the newspaper by now.
Wait till I show you. GC. There you are, do you see? That's what they gave me as a commemoration of the George Cross, which I received from the hands of Colonel Eisenhower himself for annihilating a Panzer division single-handed.
Oh, how did you do it?
Well, now, I'll tell you. You see, I had been dropped behind the enemy lines by parachute, do you see? And when I hit the ground, I infiltrated myself into Rommel's camp. And when I got in there, I discovered that they were planning an attack along this strip of coastal road, you see, which runs straight as a die, like that, you see. Well, now, what did I do? I divested myself.
Pardon?
I stripped.
Oh.
And I dived down into the bottom of the ocean, you see. And I salvaged a 16-inch gun off a battleship that had been sunk in the harbour. I brought it to the surface, I dragged it to shore, and I pointed it straight up this road. And then, when the German tanks was all standing in a row like they were heading through the Mersey Tunnel, I pulled the trigger. Wham! One shell, straight through the lot.
No.
Yes. Oh, many's the time Montgomery said to me, the Field Marshal, says he, Alfie'd say, I don't know what I'd do without you. We were close friends.
Well, I think it's a rotten shame. I think they should have made you a Field Marshal as well.
Oh, sure, that's what I thought too, Jimmy. But that's the way of the world, son. Some people get all the credit. What's the likes of me does all the work.
more whiskey?
Oh, if you insist.
Yeah. It's good stuff, this.
Oh, good.
My dad said so.
Well, don't waste it. Good luck, son.
Oh, would you like another cigar?
Oh, yes, indeed.
These are good, too. My dad got them from my Auntie Mabel last Christmas. He said he's never smoked anything like them.
He was right.
Oh, that's a smashing lighter. Where did he get that?
Well, now, that's a long story. You know, that takes me back to the time when I was prospecting for gold in China. I was in the heart of the Gobi Desert when I was captured by a band of Zulus.
No.
Oh, a rough lot. But I wasn't daunted, Jimmy. There and then on the spot, I challenged the chief to single combat. So what do you hear? We circled round one another for hours and hours. Me with me two bare hands, and him slashing at me with an assegai.
A what?
A butcher's knife.
Oh.
Well, you see, we got into grips. We fought and we fought and we fought. Finally, I got the stranglehold of death on him, and I swiped the head clean of his body with one blow of my fist. Well, you see this here now? That there was tied around his neck as a sort of a sacred ornament, do you see? So I took it with me. And I got a friend of mine to make it into a cigarette lighter as a momentum of the occasion.
You know, I don't know anybody that's had the adventures that you've had. Hey, I wish I'd have been with you in the jungle when you saw all those pygmies blowing the bagpipes. I reckon you ought to write a book.
Oh, well, you know, Jimmy, I've often thought of that. But then there's a lot of people would say it wasn't the truth. That would hurt me. Oh, telephone's ringing.
I'll get it for you. Hello? Yes? Hello, Dad? Oh, yes, fine. Yes, he's here. Oh, it's all right. Oh, all right. I'll ask him. Hold on. Alfie?
Yes?
You know that Dad won't mind if you stay the night, will they?
Huh? Oh, no, I don't think they'd mind. God rest them.
Oh, good. You see? I said he was all right, Dad. Yes, Dad. All right, we won't wait up for you, Dad. Bye, Dad. That was me, Dad.
Oh. Well, now, Jimmy, it's been a very pleasant evening, but I'm afraid I'll have to go now.
Oh, no, you can stay.
Huh?
It's all right, honest. I asked my mum. I tell you what, you can sleep in my bed. It's more comfortable than the one in the spare room. I'll sleep there, and you can borrow me Dad's new pajamas, and I'll lend you my toothbrush.
Well, since you extend such gracious hospitality, I think it would be most unseemly of me to refuse.
Oh, are you going to stay then?
Yeah.
Oh, you won't need that.
Huh? No, I suppose not. I can collect it later.
Oh, yes, you can get it in the morning.
Oh, yes,
Come on,
to
I'll
be
show you
sure.
the way.
Jimmy, I suppose a healthy young fella like you goes off to sleep pretty quickly, eh? Like we used to do in the Antarctic.
Oh, yes. Do you know what I do?
Huh?
I lie on the edge of the bed. That way, I'll soon drop off.
Drop off. Oh, Jimmy, you're a card. You're the lad.
After your own heart.
Be japers.
Be gotta.
And the top of the morning to you.
I don't know. We only come out dancing about twice a year, and he can't wait to get me off the floor.
Well, you know, Mrs.
Oh,
Clitheroe...
I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry, darling. This might be important, you see. Mr. Cartwright, wasn't that Sir Aubrey Wilson that I saw talking to the chairman?
Oh, aye, that was Sir Aubrey, all right. I heard he might be paying us a flying visit.
Yes. Excuse me, Mrs. Cartwright. Well, look, Mr. Cartwright, don't you think that this would be a golden opportunity to get Sir Aubrey interested in this new roofing process of ours?
Aye, maybe it could be. And you know, George, you can't beat the personal touch. And after all, he isn't up here very often, is he?
No. Well, look, it's not very late. I could get my foreman, Bert, to go over and get the papers, and then while we're waiting, I could have a talk to Sir Aubrey, see?
Right.
Yes, I have a feeling that it was a good omen, you know, seeing him here tonight. All right, thank you.
I'll keep it there.
Hello, Bert Benford speaking.
Oh, hello, Bert. I'm sorry to drag you out of bed, lad.
Oh, it's all right. I had to get up to answer the phone anyway. Who is it?
George Clitheroe.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'll see if he's in. Who wants him?
Bert.
Bert. Just a minute, then.
Bert.
Bert. Bert. Oh, hello, Mr. Clitheroe.
Oh, you're awake now, are you?
Oh.
Well, now, look, Bert. I've just met Sir Aubrey Wilson over here at this do at the Royal Hotel that we're at, and I want to try and get him interested. I want to try and sell him this roofing process of ours. Now, look, I can't leave him, so you've still got my key. Would you nip over to my house, get my briefcase with the papers in it, you'll find it in the living room by the settee, and bring it over to me here in the Royal Hotel. Will you do that? Right. Thanks. Bye-bye, Bert.
Good evening. Oh, good evening, Constable.
Do you mind if I ask you what you have in the bag, sir?
No, I don't mind a bit.
All right, then. What is in the bag?
Oh. Oh, there's plans and specifications and things. I'm Bert Bamford. I work for Clitheroe, the builder. I'm taking these round to him tonight. It's a very important job.
Oh, and what's he building at this time of the night? A lighthouse?
He's not building anything tonight. He's at a dance.
Oh, and you're going to join him, I suppose.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I must say you make a very handsome couple. Any means of identification, Mr.
Bamford, yes. No. I've got my pajamas on, you see.
So I see. Right, let's have a look in the bag.
Yes.
What did you say was in it?
Plans, specifications, necklaces, earrings, cigarette case. Oh, I knew I should have stayed in bed.
All right, come on.
I really can't understand it. I mean, it's not like Bert to let me down. He said he was leaving straight away.
Oh, never mind, Mr. Clitheroe. Perhaps he's met someone and been detained. But I'm sure you could send the details to Sir Aubrey and arrange to meet him in town.
Yes, well, I'm afraid that's what we'll have to do, Mrs. Cartwright. But it's a pity, really, you know, because Sir Aubrey was so mellow tonight. I'm sure I could have sold him anything. Shame. Ah, well, I suppose they'll be packing up shortly now.
Oh, any time now. Well, it's been a most enjoyable evening.
It has indeed, Mr. Cartwright.
Have you two ladies had a good time?
Oh, yes, we have lovely.
Oh,
It's
Bert.
been lovely. And your young Janice was enjoying herself, wasn't she?
Yes. You know, we've hardly seen her since that nice young man had to dance.
Oh,
It's not very late. Why don't you come back and have a cup of coffee with us just to round off the evening?
That would be lovely.
Oh, right. Very nice of you to ask.
Now, everybody, will you take your partners, please, for the last waltz?
Would you excuse us, Mrs. Cartwright? Mrs. Cartwright? Oh, darling, the last waltz. We must have this one together.
I'll make the coffee, Mum. All right, love, I'll be out in a minute. Come in, Mrs. Cartwright.
Here we are.
Go into the sitting room just on the right there. My wife will see.
Perhaps you'd like to take your coat upstairs.
Oh, thank you very much. Do you think we could have just a little peep at Jimmy? I always think they look so sweet when they're asleep. Oh, that's what I miss so much now that man has grown up. Yes, of course. Well, will he come up this way? Yes.
Well, I don't know about you, George, but I'm glad to take the weight off my feet.
Oh, me too. I'm not much of a dancing man, you know.
No, me.
Quite ready to get home.
Oh, yes.
Well, it's surprisingly quiet, you know, considering that Jimmy's been in charge of the house all evening.
Well, what were you expecting? The fire brigade or something?
Well, not exactly, but it's a nice surprise to know that he's been in all evening and nothing unusual happened.
Well, I suppose it is.
Now, a whiskey, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, that's very civil of you, George.
I don't know whether you care to have anything in...
He looks an angel when he's asleep.
Whiskey, Mr. Cartwright. It was a full bottle when I left this evening. I know Jimmy's full of surprises, but he's never drunk a bottle of whiskey before. I wonder what else he's got up his sleeve for.
George! Jimmy's got a filthy old chump in his bed.
What? Yes. Where is he? Oh.
He's not a filthy old tramp. He's my friend, Alfie.
You said your friend Alfie was a little boy.
I never said he was a little boy.
You said you met him in school.
I said I met him at school, when the caretaker threw him out of the kitchen.
That's not the only place you're going to be thrown out of. Now, will you please tell your friend to leave this house at once?
But, Daddy, he's a hero. He was in the BF retreat from Dunkirk.
Well, if he was Napoleon Street from Moscow. Now, he leaves this house at once. Do you understand?
Oh, Dad.
Jimmy!
Oh, Dad.
Jimmy! That'll do. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're shocked.
Just been very distressing for you. But just sit down. Now, have a cigarette, Mrs. Cartwright. Yeah, I'm sure you'll feel better. You have a cigarette.
I heard Jimmy come down. I'll go and get him and his friends a coat.
Yes, well, I think his friend's doing very nicely where he is. Thank you very much, darling. A light for you.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Cartwright, a light.
Well, I hope you're all satisfied, saying all them things about Alfie. You've upset him, and he's gone without even saying goodbye.
Will you be quiet? Will you go upstairs and see if anything's missing, dear? I'm going to ring the police.
Oh, Dad.
Get out of the way.
Dad, he just came here to stay the night with me, and you wake him up and upset him.
Emergency, get me the police, will you, please?
And now you're setting the police on him.
Will you be quiet, Jimmy? You've caused quite enough trouble for one evening. Hello? Police? Oh, my name is George Clitheroe. Now, there's been an intruder in my house. Yes, it's 45 Sycamore Drive. Thank you. Yes.
Mr. George Clitheroe?
Yes, that's right, officer. Yes.
Well, I'm sorry to bother you at this time of the night, sir, but I wonder if you could identify this man for us. Wait a minute.
Oh, gracious me, yes, that's my foreman, Bert Bamford. Yeah.
Hello, Bert.
And is this your property, sir?
No, that's Alfie's. Winston Churchill gave him that. For exterminating the Africa corpse. Bert Bamford, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, stealing an old soldier's souvenirs.
I can identify that, officer. It's my property and it was stolen from my house today. Oh, Clitheroe, I would have expected you to pay a little more attention to references when you're engaging your staff.
I'm sorry, officer. I'm just trying to explain. Oh, yes. I wondered just what the trouble was, sir. We saw smoke coming from the upstairs windows. We saw
the fire.
It's all right, sir. Keep calm. It's not quite as serious as all that. Anyway, I radioed the fire service just in case.
Thank you.
Now, sir, I believe you disturbed our intruder.
Oh, yes, officer, yes. Well, now, he was upstairs in bed.
Right, sir. Well, if you've got something he's been in contact with, we can get after him while the scent's still fresh.
Oh, I see. You mean you were...
Yes, we're bringing the dog, sir.
What? You what?
Right.
look, get away. What are you doing with that thing? Don't you turn that on in here. Oh, goodness me.
You can roll it up, roll it up. The fire's up in the small bedroom up here. Somebody left a burning cigar by the side of the bedside table. You really ought to be more careful.
I never smoke cigars. I did the whole thing. I don't know.
Use the door.
Beg your pardon, sir. The hat. Oh, I'm so sorry. I beg your pardon.
Right.
Well, my wife said that he was a sort of an old man, rather like the man that's just gone out.
Whoa, look. Did you see that dog outside?
Did you have a good dance, Dad?